unfortunately things happen and yeah, it sucked. But basically, if your audio has ever come out terrible, if one of your cameras maybe lost audio, if one of your mics died and maybe it defaulted to the camera audio or whatever it is, and you need to clean up your audio quick, or maybe you don't even have a professional microphone on your camera, uh, but you still want that nice, clean, crisp sound. Well, that is where Adobe Podcast, I think that's what they call it, Adobe Podcast, maybe Adobe Audio. Anyway, that's where that came into play. And honestly, it kind of saved my tail in this situation. All right. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Devin, and I haven't uploaded in a while. If you are new, then you probably don't realize that. But if you've been following me or watching my videos and waiting for another one for a while now, well, I'm back. And how many other YouTubers have you heard say that before? I've probably said it before, and I don't even consider myself a YouTuber per se, but I upload on here. I try to share tips, tricks, and tutorials and just my feedback on different products that I like to use with you guys. But I've actually had a really, really exciting opportunity over the last few months to work on a documentary for one of my good friends, Thomas Herman, who just landed the world's first triple flip on a wakeboard behind a boat.
Ready to put the gas pedal down, taking the cut, up, 1, 2, there it is, ladies, there it is, the triple flip, ladies and gentlemen, history has been made.
I got to be there in person, and it was absolutely unreal. And you know, growing up in the wakeboard world, to still be in the industry and get to create videos and hang out with some of the guys that I looked up to or watched wakeboard videos of growing up is just really, really cool. So I'm so thankful for the opportunity to create this video, this documentary for Thomas, and the fact that I was there that day when it happened. And huge congrats to him. If you want to go watch that video, I've been helping out the guys over at the Wake channel quite a bit, and I will link their channel and the video somewhere in this video or in the description below.
There's not too many people hucking a triple flip.
Triple flip is mentally hardest, physically hardest. It takes everything. It takes everything you got to do it.
Definitely go watch the full documentary on there. Give that channel a subscribe. I'm actually behind the scenes on a lot of those videos. So that's where I've been. I've actually been working on another YouTube channel that's solely wakeboard based and helping out some of those guys over there. So yeah, go check that out, especially if you're into the wakeboard side of things. And in this video, I wanted to share with you guys honestly, a lifesaver. I don't even know if I would call it a hack, but basically, if your audio has ever come out terrible, if one of your cameras maybe lost audio, if one of your mics died and maybe it defaulted to the camera audio or whatever it is, and you need to clean up your audio quick, or maybe you don't even have a professional microphone on your camera, but you still want that nice, clean, crisp sound. Anyway, this tip might just be for you. And hopefully you aren't scrounging the internet looking for a way to salvage your audio like I was. But that's exactly what happened to me. So I thought I would come on here and be real with you guys to share. Unfortunately, things happen, and yeah, it sucked. So to sum it all up, we were filming an interview for the documentary, and the audio went out on the main camera that was running audio. Lesson learned, I should have had backup audio, and I knew that going in. Yeah, I knew that going in, but I didn't. So I just trusted this one source of audio that I had, and of course, it died on me. So now all this interview is gone, except for we do have a backup camera with just raw room audio running. So I'm like, what do I do? Like, this is kind of an important part of the story. Can we salvage it? Can we use any of this? Well, that is where Adobe Podcast, I think that's what they call it. Adobe Podcast, maybe Adobe Audio. Anyway, that's where that came into play. And honestly, it kind of saved my tail in this situation. It's not perfect. And I'll definitely tell you that. So if you need to save like your wedding vows or something in a wedding video, maybe if you have clean audio to start with, it can enhance it and all that. But sometimes it makes it sound a little bit like a robot or like they're speaking a different language. But it's a computer, it's AI, it's whatever. It's trying to figure that out, and I was actually pretty impressed with how it did. So I didn't have it do all 30 minutes of this interview. I picked out the very best parts that I needed, and I just ran with that for what I needed Adobe to process, and then I used that audio and I plugged that into the video. And some of my friends that are in the film world, they could tell when it was used. But for the most part, when I showed people that had no idea and didn't know the struggle and strife that I went through, they didn't know the difference. And that is what you're going for when you create a video. You don't want your audio or your video, but especially your audio, to not be distracting. You don't want it to take away from the story, pull people out of the story. You want it to feel natural, sound natural, and allow people to get intertwined into the story, get involved in the story. And as soon as audio might sound weird or whatever, it can kind of kick people out of the focus and out of the element. So check this out. So here's the before.
One plateau, and then you're trying to jump up to the next one again. So it just felt like a really big leap.
Sounds like an open air audio. Sounds like I didn't have a mic on it, and it's because I didn't. But then once I found the clips that I wanted, I uploaded those to Adobe Podcast, let it do its magic, and then you can actually scale it up and down to how much processing you want it to have. And you can start to bring back some of the natural audio, or you can just totally max that thing out. And you can kind of find a sweet spot. I usually found myself between like 60 and 80%. And that sounded pretty good for this situation.
One plateau, and then you're trying to jump up to the next one again. So it just felt like a really big leap.
But yeah, if you're ever in a pinch, hopefully this video can help you. And I hope to share more with you guys here soon about tips, tricks, and just being honest about being creative, being in the video, photo, and film world. But anyway, just a quick tip for you guys, a little story time, if you will. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And what do the kids say these days? I don't want to gatekeep. If there's a tip, if there's a trick, if there is a moment to be honest and a learning point, hopefully I can share it with you guys. And I'm the first one to tell you that there's so much to learn, but there's also a lot to share. So as I learn, as I grow, hopefully I can share it with you guys and share some fun stuff. I've got some more projects coming up, some more wakeboard videos, and yeah, so stay tuned. Should be fun. Till next time, I will see you guys in another video.